Welcome back, everybody, to Year 5 in the NBA 2K25 MyNBA expansion series with the Mexico City Aztecs. And in round 1, we swept the San Antonio Spurs 4-0 thanks to several players really stepping up in the opening round. We had John Cobb, I believe, average about 27 points per game in the first 4 playoff games. But I think the highlight was actually Cam Christie and Mark Williams, both of whom played very well. Cam Christie, 21 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, shot the best as a guard on the team, was fantastic from downtown. And then you had Mark Williams, who shot 64% from the field and had a couple of huge defensive plays in that last game. And then back in game 1, he really led us to the win thanks to a strong offensive fourth quarter. And we obviously re-signed him to a new 3-year extension. It's now a 4-year deal in total, including this season. So he's going to be on this team for quite some time. And I think it's already kind of paying off here. That extension is here in this first playoff round. Now, can we keep this up in round 2 against a much, much tougher opponent? That is a question for the rest of our team to answer in the first couple games, because we're playing the Utah Jazz. This team was the second team in the conference. They were the best offensive team all year long, and they had 53 wins. They have a very good roster. They have the best player in the NBA in Dion York, who, despite not winning MVP, that was Luka, he is still the highest rated player in the entire league at 97 overall. So they've got him. They've got Andrew Lee, who's really come into his own over the last year or two and has become a starter for them. Keontae George, still their point guard. Bryce Sensabaugh was very good last time we faced this team. So it's a very good team. I have trimmed their rotation down to only 3 players coming off their bench, just like us. But it's going to be a really tough game, a tough series, in fact. And we'll see if we can come out on top here. And you can see based on these stats alone that, this team is dangerous. They have several players that can really make you pay, from whether it's 3 or mid-range or cutting down low or just making good post plays. In the first round, a 7-game series against the Mavericks, they had 3 different players score 22 or more points. And it's the guys that we were talking about, with Keontae George, Andrew Lee, and Dion York. York averaging a double-double so far in the playoffs. Not shooting, that great, but still really good play overall. And just a tough matchup. A lot of players that can knock down shots. We'll see what happens. So here we go, on the road this time to open up this round 2 series. It's the number 2 Utah Jazz against the number 3 Mexico City Aztecs. Game 1 and Utah coming up next. And round 2 is officially underway as Timothy Stewart wins the tip-off. Here we go. And Salt Lake City, Utah, the Delta Center against the Utah Jazz. The first bucket belongs to them. It's Andrew Lee driving right to the rack. He was their second highest scorer in the first rounds. They come in having won their round 1 series in only 7 games, so a very tough matchup against Dallas. Almost got upset, but ends up coming out on top. Cobb knocks down his first 3. He's been great against Utah in every game so far this year, and he's off to a good start. We're going to need him to carry the load for the offense if we're going to come out on top, because Utah has a very good offensive team. As we have talked about already, so many weapons that can knock down shots. First free throw goes for Stewart. And he will go 1 for 2. Christie trying to attack, and he draws the foul on Lee. That's the first against Utah here in this game. Christie, a 90% free throw shooter this past season. And this is our first game facing Utah where Cobb has played at small forward. So instead of Lee being his matchup, now it's Sensabaugh, who I'm not really sure that's going to be a tougher or easier matchup. I guess we'll just find out. But it's kind of a different wrinkle in this matchup because of that lineup change a couple months ago for the Aztecs. Here's Kylan Moore. A quick shot goes up and in over George. And Aztecs lead 7-3 early on. Here's a good look. It's Sensabaugh behind the arc. He's 1 for 1. High ball screen set. Williams rolls inside. That is a play that we have worked on all year long, and Williams has just been great on those pick and rolls. Defense is having some trouble guarding that kind of a play. Andrew Lee, though, with a quick bucket again. He's got 4. Behind the arc, Cobb now 1 for 2 from downtown. Screen set by Stewart. Lee for 3, got it to go. He's already got 7 of their 11. After an Aztecs timeout, we draw up a play for somebody here. Who's it going to be? It's Cobb. Nearly got the and one. It's the first on Sensabaugh, so 1 on him, 1 on Andrew Lee. First free throw drops in. Cobb, the best free throw taker on this team, at about 94%. Hits both. And that is just lack of awareness. Lee just steps out of bounds. Aztecs take over. Shot clock winding down. Cobb drives again, but has his shot rejected by Sensabaugh. Now he wants to attack. Back out to George. He fires off the window, too strong. I am now just realizing that it's a blackout here in Utah. The crowd is rocking black shirts almost exclusively as Stewart rises up and catches the alley-oop and throws it down. Assisted by Keontae George. Utah leads by 2. Cobb drives again. Has it denied again. Back-to-back plays, they have blocked Cobb. That was York that time. Cobb now 1 for 5. Lee, I believe, has yet to miss a field goal attempt. Attack in the basket. More help comes. Cobb trying to force the issue early on, but not having much luck. Utah paint defense looks great. And their offense is picking up some steam too. Dion York all over Kylan Moore. Driving, circus shot attempt rather. Won't go for Dennis. And we have slowed down offensively. Utah has really picked things up. They have turned defense to offense as Lee continues to just blow by Cam Christie play after play. I think he's like 5 for 5 now from the field. Hit a 3, has 4 different 2-point shot attempts, all of which have gone. Gotta find a basket here. Half the quarter gone now. Williams comes over, sets the pick. The 3 from Christie won't drop in. Off the screen. Keontae George pulls up, misses the mid-range shot. And Kylan Moore pulls it down. It's been a quiet day for him so far as Mark Williams plows through Keontae George. Got the bucket plus the foul. Crowd not happy with the call. The free throw won't go. Taylor Hendricks now out there for the Jazz. He's the first guy off their bench. Pulling up. Just outside the elbow, and Lee is still red hot. Garris Walker and Dylan Young now on the court as Cam Christie gets backdoor for the flush. Mark Williams picks up the assist. We've got Marcus Sasser about to come in as well. In the corner. Screen set. Lee back to Hendricks. Wide open. Can't knock it down. Lucky break for our defense. 5 rebounds for us so far, 8 for the Jazz. They have controlled the glass so far, just like our last matchup against them. Dennis steps back and nails the mid-range jump shot. Lee drives again. This time it's not going to go. Dylan Young rejects that. It was a good switch by Christie to take over defensive duties on Taylor Hendricks. And now we drive and score. It's back to a 1-possession game. David Dennis with back-to-back buckets. Blown by Christie again. And Help's not going to get there this time. 15 points for Andrew Lee. Christie having his hands completely full early on here. We'll see if we want to make a change defensively on him and change that matchup, but we'll let him work on that for now as David Dennis is catching fire. And it's a 1-point game. Down low with York. He fades away, but left it short. Good defense there by Jarris Walker. For the lead, it's a good look, and Dennis can't miss right now. So Andrew Lee got off to a great start. Now it's David Dennis all of a sudden coming to life on the offensive end. And we have our first lead, I think, since it was 7-3. Pulling up behind the arc. York can't knock it down. He's only a 1 for 3 or 1 for 4 so far to open things up. Just let Dennis work here. Let him take the shots. That's not going to go, but it was a good look. We need more looks like that. 2 minutes left to play here in the first quarter of game 1. Hendricks with space, and he connects. Dennis gets the hands off. Baseline drive rejected by Stewart. They've already got like 4 blocks in the first quarter alone, but we steal it right back. Dennis makes the play up to Walker for the fast break deuce. Now Stewart wants to drive, and he draws the foul on Mark Williams. That's number 2 on him. It's free throws for the Jazz. First free throw will go. Stewart split his first trip, and he will hit the pair this time. Screen set by Kylan Moore. Sasser, the mid-range jump shot, just in and out. And it's pulled in by Timothy Stewart. And we almost stole it, but Hendricks able to track down the loose change. Wendell Brown going to work, just throws up a no-look layup, and he got it. Never even looked at the rim once that time. That's absurd. And we give it right back. Bad pass by Sasser. Keontae George misses on the fast break. Cobb attacks the basket and can't lay it in. It's bounced off the rim a couple different times. Another pull-up. This time it's on line for George. 32 in the first quarter from Utah. Honestly, that's kind of what I expected here, so need the offense to really come to life and be great all game long. That three is not going to go for Cobb. He's been off to a slow start. Hit his first shot, has not really done a whole lot since then. And Brown will miss the last shot of the quarter, but it's 32-27, Utah in front by 5. Second quarter begins here. Aztecs have it. Trying to stay on pace with the Jazz as of right now. They got off to a good start offensively. We've had players like David Dennis step up. Can we keep it up, though? Williams is going to have to shoot this, and he got it to go. Tough take. Driving, and Jones able to draw the foul on Kylan Moore. Done a good job scoring from all three levels so far, have the Jazz. Mark Williams right now, top 4 in field goal percentage here in the playoffs. He's also the top rebounder after the first round. So he's been one of the best bigs that a team could possibly have in the playoffs. First free throw for Jones drops in. And he goes 1 for 2. Flipped inside. Mark Williams posterizes Taylor Hendricks. Now they lob it off the backboard. Bad idea by Keontae George. We've got numbers. And we give it right back to Utah. You just got to take that 3 next time, Christie. It's wide open. Don't try and lob that. Downhill, crossing over. Wendell Brown. What a play. The Jazz are shooting 61%. Screen by Moore. Dennis keeps it. Can't finish, but it's put back in by Kylan Moore for, I believe, his first points of the contest. Once again, a strong drive. Brown can't be stopped. And it's Dylan Young who's called for the foul. They were a part of the same draft class a couple of years ago. Brown never played his rookie year, but is making a big impact off the bench here in his first real season in the playoffs. Dennis, quick 3. It's in and out. Now Keontae George pulls up on the other end. That shot's offline. Good defense by Utah so far in this possession. Dennis just has to force it and has gone cold after a hot start. Screen comes up. Sensabaugh crosses over. Dennis picks him up. Space given to Hendricks. Luckily, he does not make us pay for it. Williams finds Dennis on the backdoor cuts. Shot clock winding down. Backdoor lob knocked away by Mark Williams. They're trying to find a Wendell Brown. A 3 could tie things up. But it's going to be a 2-point attempt instead. That goes for Dennis. Back-to-back scores again. 14 points now here in game 1. He's been really solid for us. Now he's 6 for 12 from the field. The open 3 won't go for Brown. Now a chance for us to retake the lead here. Pulling up, and Christie can't connect, but Williams pulls it down. And now we lob it up for Dennis, but it goes off his fingertips. Might have been knocked away, actually, by Brown. Either way, 2 defenders ready for that play. Now we're playing a little zone here. Little 2-3. George comes off the screen, leaves it for Brown, who finds Sensabaugh. It's going to be a contested shot. Left outside, catch and shoot 3, won't drop in for Jarris Walker. In the corner to Brown, wide open, this time he connects. Under 6.5 to play here in the first half. Back out there alongside Dennis, Young, Walker, and Mark Williams. David Dennis continues to be the player to run the offense through so far in the first half. The and one capped off with that free throw, and it's back to a 1-point game. Screen comes up from Hendricks. George contested. It doesn't matter. He got it to go from behind the arc. Screen sets. Dennis behind the arc. He's catching fire again. He's already got 20 points. 10 in both quarters to open things up. Went cold, but refound his rhythm once again. Sensabaugh unable to respond. Another chance for us to jump in front. Mark Williams has it. He's got a mismatch on Keontae George, but does not want to attack it until he does. Tracks down the loose ball, has his putback rejected by York. How do we not get points out of that? That's absolutely unreal. Utah still in the lead by only a point. A lot of good paint defense being played by the Jazz early on in this game, and plenty of and ones for them as well. York with the baskets. And the free throw will put him back up by 4 again. Young gets downhill and is blocked out of bounds. How many blocks do they have right now? It's got to be like 7 or 8. We inbound to Cobb, who's wide open for a 3, but still is yet to score, I think, since he took some free throws early back in the first quarter. Lee drives, another blow-by. Nobody can stop this guy off the dribble. Christie and Dennis now have both been taken off the dribble and have given up a couple of dunks. Cobb spots up, and this time connects top of the key. That'll cut the Utah lead in half. Backdoor cut, Lee again. He and Dennis just going back and forth in terms of who's going to be the top scorer here in the first half. Lee has 19, Dennis has 20. He's going to look to add to it here, but he can't. Out of the corner comes Brown. Now he slashes inside and gets the feed from Andrew Lee. Wendell Brown, 12 points off the bench. He's been really good. Utah offense trying to pull away before it's halftime, but Dennis won't let it happen. 9 for 16. That's like a final game stat line right there. 9 for 16. The offense right now is running through him, and it's looking pretty good when he's got it, but the free throw won't go. Rare miss at the line, and the Jazz not able to take full advantage of it. Kyle Moore's got it down low against Walsh, a bit undersized. Walker's open for 3, and this time cashes in. Now York's calling for it down low. Baiting over Moore, in and out. Walker, the pick. Dennis to tie it up. He's fouled. He's drawn plenty of these already. That's the first against Wendell Brown. Now these can tie the game at 53 apiece. Sasser, Christie, and Andrew Lee all top 5 right now. And playoff three-point percentage. So some of the top shooters in the league right now, in the playoff bracket at least, are in this matchup right here. Andrew Lee is contested and finally will miss a field goal. Can we take advantage and jump in front just before the half? Moore goes up from the elbow. It's nothing but nets. Aztecs have their first lead. That was like 9-8 or 7-5 or 6 or whatever it was. But it's been a while. And we will get a steal here off Keontae George. Number 2 for Dennis. And Cam Christie's fouled on his way to the rack. The bucket will count. And that is going to be Andrew Lee's 3rd foul. So he is in foul trouble. That's a costly mistake right there. As he comes out of the game, Brown comes back in, and the Jazz want to call timeout, now trailing by 5 points all of a sudden. So a bit of a run here by the Aztecs, approaching halftime, but Keontae George trying to get this crowd involved again. Little pick and roll setting up here. Cobb is fouled, though, on his way to the rim. And we are in the bonus to close the second quarter. Cobb has only hit a couple of threes and a couple of free throws so far. Has missed plenty of shots. But we have the lead thanks to David Dennis. Over the past couple minutes, Cam Christie and Walker hitting a couple of big shots as well. And we have 60 first half points. How about that? Here's York. Matched up on Jarris Walker, and that was a little bit too easy right there. He's got 7 points, 3 for 6 from the field. He's been really good on defense, especially as a pair of blocks in the first half. Impressed by his rim protection so far. Cobb rattles off a 3, but it's not going to go. And Utah can save for the final shots of the first half. But Stewart won't wait. He'll fire anyways, and it's left short. Now we have a chance to add to our lead. Cobb just throws it up, and it's just off the rim. Aztecs lead by only 3, but it's a lead regardless. 57-60. I'll see y'all in the third quarter. Second half underway. Aztecs somehow find themselves in front here after trailing for most of the first half. But it's been a really good game so far. And I think it'll be a close finish as well if things continue as they have so far. Mark Williams at the line for a pair of free throws. Missed his first attempt back in the first half, but knocks down the front end here. And he goes 1 for 2. We got a mismatch somewhere. Andrew Lee has been great. And we turn the ball over on a simple handoff. Man, that cannot happen. Almost stole it. Keontae George leaves it for York. A wide open triple. He drops it in. And Utah very quickly jumps in front. Already outscoring us 6-1 so far in the half. Dennis catch and shoots. And he responds. How great has he been? York wants to drive it. In the corner with Lee. He drives and misses the dunk. A first mistake by him pretty much all game. It leads to a wide open 3 that Cobb can't knock down. He's going to try it again, and this time makes no mistake. Way to keep it alive on the glass there, Kylan Moore, who's still been quiet offensively, but plays like that make a difference. York fires a foot inside the arc, and it's nothing but nets. Dennis penetrates, and posters to Jazz players. George and Stewart both go up, and Dennis is just playing out of his mind right now. Good pass back door, and Sensible has his shot rejected. Gets it back and can't put it in. Mark Williams had the block. Back door, it's Cobb to throw it down off the assist by Cam Christie. And a 10-2 Aztecs run has quieted the initial Utah run to open things up here in the third. Stewart drives. What? That actually went in. I can't believe that. Neither can Coach Horace James Jr. What in Christ was that? Free throw. Good from Stewart. It'll cut our lead in half. Dennis gets the handoff. Got his own miss back, but can't finish at the rim. Deion York floats it for Stewart. Out to Lee in the corner. Well contested. That probably led to the miss from Lee. Dennis drives, pulls up, misses from the elbow. Now 0 for his last 3 attempts. York's calling for it inside. Help waiting, gets there, but still can't stop the shot from going in. They've cut our lead down to 1. 4 ties, 9 lead changes so far in this game, and it's been close the whole way. Good look for 3. Christie unable to knock it down. Williams puts it back in, though. How good has he been this entire playoff run so far? He's been phenomenal. Sizing up Cam Christie here. Lee then leaves it for York. Now it's Stewart's. York has to shoot. Was given some space, but could not make the most of it. Out to Christie. Catch and shoot 3. It finds its way through. That'll double our lead back to 6. And now Cobb cuts off the pass from Timothy Stewart. We've got numbers. Kylan Moore with the deuce. Defense to offense. Gotta love fast breaks like that. Just a heads-up play to knock that ball away and also track it down. Utah still trying to keep themselves in this game. Free throws for York. First one drops in. He is 6 for 10 as of now from the field. He's been really solid. The free throws are good. Out to Cobb. Catch and shoot. Won't go. He's been very cold, I would say, shooting-wise. Only 4 for 16 now from the field. That's definitely bad. He's had some good looks, though, and now that is the exact same foul that we just saw. I'm getting deja vu. It's the exact same foul. And more free throws for York, who does not seem to miss these. Can we get the announcer jinx on an opposing player? Apparently not. Cobb wants to ISO here against Hendricks. Drives and finishes. He got the foul as well. I'm not sure why I'm laughing, but it's just like that's a crazy finish. That was really hard contact. And he still got the bucket to go. Free throws in there. He has yet to miss at the line in this game. And I think most of his points have come from either behind the arc or from the line. York, though, getting big on Walker, and he draws the 3rd straight foul on the Aztecs. This time it's on Walker. And again, he's not going to miss the free throws. Sasser now in. He pulls the trigger. Can't connect, but Cobb's there on the offensive board to put it back in. What a play. Hendricks drives, and he's also hacked. They are already in the bonus for the next 5 minutes. The rest of the quarter. At least that for those not going to go, but this is kind of ridiculous here. We saw this for one of those games against the Spurs last episode, and it's happened again here. Nice shuffle pass, and Sasser is fouled this time. Now we're 1 foul away from having ourselves in the bonus for the rest of the 3rd quarter. A free throw up and good for Sasser. And the Aztecs lead extends back to 8. Screen set by George. Hendricks finds him on the roll. Sasser steps back. Has yet to hit a shot, I think, this game. Quick shot for Utah. Lee knocks it down. If he is open, he is automatic. This is actually ridiculous. He cannot miss. He's got 24 points. As at every open look so far. And now we get behind Stewart for the deuce for Mark Williams. To keep ourselves in the lead by a couple of possessions. And now a bad screen off ball by Hendricks will turn the ball over to give it right back to Mexico City. Dylan Young back on the court. Leaves it for Kylan Moore. Back-to-back buckets for our bigs. Working against Jarris Walker. The fadeaway won't drop in for Dion York. Now a chance right here to go up by double digits, perhaps. Lobbed inside. Moore rises up and throws it in off the window. We have our largest lead of the entire game right here at 10. York with it again. Going up against Walker. You just got to put a hand up, man. Like, at some point, Jarris Walker has to at least put a hand in the air. But has done so, or rather not done so, twice on those kinds of opportunities for York. Dennis for three. It's offline. Lee, catch and shoot on the fast break. Do you see what I mean? This guy is absolutely insane. This guy is a maniac on the just, couple feet of space looks. Downhill, through, contact, it's off the rim. Young tracks it down for two, though. You've had a couple of really nice offensive rebounds here in this second half. Had pretty much none there in the first half, but not true here since the break. Jump shot won't go for York, and Christie pulls down the rebound. Rolling inside, back out to Walker. Gotta find a shot. It's gonna be Dennis for three, off the back iron. Hendricks the other way, takes it on the other coast, and it's gonna cut our lead back to 5. Jarris Walker passed up the open three. Dennis back to Moore. Has a good mid-range look, but can't cash it in. It's left for York. Plenty of time to gather himself, but he still can't knock it down. We've got numbers. Moore pulls the trigger, misses the open three, and Utah gets it right back for what could be the final shot of the quarter. Aztecs lead 93-88. Very high-scoring affair. Back and forth the entire game. No team pulling away. George draws a foul. It's the first on Dennis, but it can cut our lead to 3 if both are good, which they are. We have 4 seconds to find a shot here. Cobb's going to check in. Will fire from beyond half court. It's no good. The Aztecs lead by only 1 shot. 93-90. Utah still trails. All right, 1 quarter left to play here in the opening game of this series. We are primed for a really fun finish to this game. It's been really exciting all the way through. We have seen several runs by both teams and a lot of lead changes and ties, but so far we have been in control here in this second half. They have only led for a couple of seconds since the first half, so we've looked pretty good. Now it's about just retaining our lead, playing good defense, and just staying in front enough to win the game. Wendell Brown, though, cocks it back and completely rocks the rim. He's been, again, really good off their bench. We get it inside to Walker, but he can't lay it in. Might have been some contact there from Hendricks, but no foul is called. Setting up a play. It's going to be a deep 3 for Lee. He actually missed an open shot. I actually cannot believe my eyes. We still lead by 3, and now it's 5. Wendell Brown backing down. Young spins away and got it to go. Really nice post move by him. It's a pretty simple move, but it still works on one of our young players in Dylan Young. Pick and pop here. Dennis keeps it and draws the 4th on lead. If we can get one more foul on him, like pretty soon, then things could get a little bit worrisome for Utah's offense. If he comes out, it's going to be tough sledding the rest of the way because when he's been out there, they've been really good. But when he's come out, they have really kind of fallen behind a bit. So he is a big reason why they're still in this game, obviously. Brown drives and draws the foul. That's going to be the 4th on Colin Moore. Front end is no good from Wendell Brown. The back end will go. Pick and roll. Christie keeps it in. Got the hoop and the harm. What a play by Camp Christie. Right over 2 defenders. Right through the contact as well. It's a really nice play. The free throw to cap it off is good. Lee crosses over, drives. That just looks too easy of a finish for him. Young, good pump fake. Drives it, shuffles it to Williams, who is open. Good play. I think I also forgot to mention it, but Dylan Young quietly shot very well in the first round. In fact, he was, I believe, our second best three-point shooter in the first round at like 43-44%. So he was great. No complaints about that. He also shot like 51%, I think, from the field. And has just played really well so far in these playoffs. Calling forward inside is Hendricks. Williams on him. Tough matchup. And he draws the foul. So 4 on both Williams and Kylan Moore. Will that play a part in the rest of this game? First free throw, good for Hendricks. And he goes 2 for 2. Christie comes out of the corner and absolutely rocks the rim. And another 2-3 zone here. Brown drives, left it short. Good help defense there by Williams. Walker fires a quick one and cashes in from deep. And we lead by 11 points. Lee crosses over again, steps back. When he gets that close, it is a guarantee. Backdoor cuts! Christie once again pounds it home. Assisted by Marcus Sasser. It's left on the outside for Wendell Brown, who buries it. Williams inside, fouled by Stewart. That's his third. Couple of free throws again for Williams, who's definitely shaky at the line, to say the very least. Hits the front ends. Cobb back out there to play the rest of this game. Both free throws are good. The 10-point lead for the Aztecs has got to take care of the ball and get a couple of defensive stops, hit a couple shots, and put this game out of reach. Layup won't go for Brown. He tries again, and this time got it. Kylan Moore's got it. York on him. Can't finish. Gets it back for 2. Stepping into a shot. It's no good from Keontae George. Mark Williams pulls down the miss. Our offense has looked very, very good for most of this game. We're a bucket away from 120 with still 5 minutes left to go. It's all about keeping up this offensive rhythm, not letting up. Good shot right there by Christie. Puts our lead to 12. And again, he has just had a really good offensive game. That was the story of the first round. and has continued here in the second round. Hendricks lobs it, but he mistimed it trying to find Lee. Up to Cobb on the other end. Stays in bounds. And who do we call on here? It's Cobb who draws the third against Hendricks, who is unsatisfied with the call. Front end's perfect from Cobb. He's been perfect so far tonight in this first game. And he knocks down both again. York, strong drive, no resistance. Driving. Dennis, fading, no good. Stewart pulls down the rebounds. Screen comes up. George on the pick and roll to Stewart's got it to him with the assist. Our lead's cut to 10. But so far, I think Andrew Lee has been pretty quiet here in this fourth quarter. Definitely his quietest quarter of the game. There's Dennis on the cuts. 33 in game one of round two. Definitely more of a quieter second half, but he's still made some plays here in the seconds. Has still been really, really good. Very impressed by his play after a really poor round one shooting-wise. Shot about 35%, but has been obviously electric here in this first game. They almost stole the inbound pass, but Dennis, so I thought he had that. But it just rolls off the rim. It's not quite over. The door is still ajar, but it is closing fast. And now we almost stole it. They'll keep it alive, though. Lee floats it to York, and he's fouled again. That's number 5 on Kylan Moore. A lot of fouls being drawn by York here in this first game. First free throw is good. York, perfect. Off the screen, Cobb rises and connects. That could be the dagger here in this one. Lead extends to 11. Nobody leaving this crowd just yet, but they are all quiet. George trying to answer back, but cannot hit the pull-up three. And this bucket should put it away. Cobb throws it down, and I think we know it's over just like the Jazz do. It was a high-scoring affair, but the Aztecs were the better team here in the first game. We take it 135-125. What an offensive display by this team. We played very well on the offensive end back in the first round, and it keeps up here in this round as well. Great starts against the Utah Jazz. This game right here is exactly how you beat this team. You got to play great offense because defense might not be much of a factor against Utah. They've scored the highest points per game in the regular season for any playoff team, for any team really in the entire league. And we outscore them by 10 points. Despite allowing 125, the offense was great even when Cobb was not finding his rhythm. 31 points for Lee in the loss. He was absolutely amazing. Wendell Brown at 27 off the bench in only 18 minutes. He really made the most of his chances. Deion York was really good. Perfect at the line for him. Keontae George and Stewart both got involved. But it's Dennis who actually leads the way for us. He and Cobb both put up 30+ and points. Dennis had 7 assists, 2 steals. But again, like the first round, Cam Christie really stepped up here in this game. 21 points, but not just that, he also passed the ball very well. Mark Williams, 2 assists shy of a triple-double, had 15 rebounds, 17 points, 3 blocks. just doing everything possible to get us the win. Moore, I thought, was quiet there in the first half, but had a pretty big second half impact. He ends up with 16, 9, and 6. Just good numbers across the board for really our top 5 players. Starting 5 played very, very well here in this game. Bench, not as well, but still okay. 10 points for Walker, 5 boards and 2 assists for Dylan Young. And we come out on top despite allowing a 58% shooting. But we also had 15 more shots than them because we had less turnovers. We actually had 10 more offensive rebounds, if you can believe that. So the boards are going to be a big factor in this series. Whoever wins that is going to have the best chance to win the game. So we're going to have to keep our eye on that as the series progresses. But a really good first game win. We took 96 shots. That is about where you want to be in the modern NBA in a fast-paced offense. And just what a start to this series. We'll see who ends up winning the first game in the other series around the league. You got Bulls at Hawks, Clippers and Rockets, and then Pistons and Cavs. Houston takes game 1 over the Clippers. Just a complete blowout, 31-point win for them. Detroit blows out Cleveland by 21, and the Hawks lose against the Bulls by 13 points. We'll probably only go through one more game here in this episode, but it's game 2 again in Utah. They have home court advantage, obviously. We're off to a good start, but it's still a very close game here in the first half. And it looks like we are going to lead at half by 5 points. Third quarter comes around. We're trying to extend our lead and pull away here, just like back in game 1. We outscore them by 6 in the third. Utah still in arm's reach, but they're running out of time here. And we are once again putting up some great offensive numbers. A very similar scoreline as game 1, 135 to 121. The Aztecs now lead the series 2-0, despite 31 for both Andrew Lee and Dion York. We get 20 plus from 4 different players. Kylan Moore goes off for 27, 13, and 6. 4 blocks in the win. David Dennis, 26 and 7. Cobb, 26 and 8. Cam Christie, 20 and 7. 8 for 12 on the field. Good day for Sasser off the bench. And for Dylan Young, too. Quiet day for Mark Williams, who actually fouled out pretty early, but we still just played well enough to win. We won the rebound battle pretty handily here in this game. So it seems like the duo of Moore and Williams with this starting 5 is actually working pretty well to get the best on the glass. So another good win, back-to-back 135-point games. And I think we are now left with the highest scoring offense in the playoffs so far. Or perhaps not. The Rockets have put up 133 per game, which is crazy, but we are second place behind them. Then there's a pretty steep drop off after that to the Raptors and Jazz, who both have put up 120 so far. And it looks like every team that won game 1 also won game 2. The Rockets blow out the Clippers in back-to-back games. They have yet to lose a playoff game, as have we. Both teams are currently 6-0. The Pistons with a 1-point win over the Cavaliers in game 2 to retain the series lead. And the Bulls once again handle Atlanta by 15, and it is 2-0 in every series here in the conference semifinals. We're going to leave it right here. Really good starts. Offense has been fantastic. Defense, not so much, but they're playing well enough to get the wins as of right now. So we'll see if Utah can turn things around here in part 2 of this round 2 series. But that will be it for the first part. Thanks, guys, for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, and comment your thoughts down below. And I'll see y'all in part 2 of round 2 next time against the Utah Jazz. Thanks for watching. Take care as always, and have a great day.